You know, the thing about the past is that it can hurt. It can bring back cherished memories. Things that you hold so close and so dear that you wouldn't want to let go. And sometimes the past is something that is nice to reminisce about, but doesn't hold you down. See, there are a couple ways things can go. A conversation, an action, a moment. But regardless of how it all turns out, we end up here in the present moment where we are at today. You see, one of the flaws that I have as an individual is the fact that I keep playing the past over and over and over and over again. Keep looking for a ghost to dance with, but never get to hold. Wishing upon a moment where everything is peaceful again and everything stops. See, I've seen many worlds. Good, the bad, the ugly, the peaceful, everything. Thing is, it all stems from actions that we as individuals take. And how we decide to react to such moments defines the characteristics of who we are as individuals. If you let the past hold you down to turn you into something rotten, then that is a choice you decided to make. A choice you decided to live by, to choose. Yes, sometimes we as individuals cannot always get to choose certain moments in our lives that define us, but that does not mean we let it control us. Lives are fickle. Could be gone in a moment's notice. You close your eyes and the next you're someone else. To some, the past is just a chain that holds them down and keeps them bound into a moment where they will never be again, as was I at some point. How does one overcome these chains if you are bound and constricted? That's a difficult question to ask, and a difficult question to answer. Because on one hand, when you ask that question, it means you are ready to listen, to learn, to grow. On the other hand, when it comes to answering that, I have no answer. For me, it was learning to accept the moments, to accept a now, a present, in which I did not want to exist in. There are so many worlds where I could have done something differently. But that's not the world I live in. That's not the world you live in. That's not the world anyone lives in. We live in here and now. And what we are supposed to do is to push forward, to grow, to change, to be better. See, the thing about personal journeys is that you will fall many times. But how you choose to react to that is how you continue to grow or change. There were still plenty of times where, even after I finally renounced the chains that bound me into the past, I felt called back to me, beckon me. And while I played memories like an old film, I soon gazed my eyes upon something else, something brighter, the future. A future to be seen, to be held, to be grasped. Don't let your ignorance play you a fool. You can change. You can be better. Live a life where you can be free from the past that holds you. Whether it's through forgiveness or learning to accept. It can happen, but you need to open your eyes and see that. Sometimes it takes a moment to where a friend, a family, or a stranger tries to tell you to open your eyes and see that there's something different. On the other hand, it takes yourself to pull yourself out and say, I'm done. I'm tired and this is enough. I don't want to be held by this chain that I've kept myself in. Because that's the thing. You are the one who kept yourself into that chain. Yes, emotions are heavy and they are strong and they can bound you to whatever it might be. But it does not mean you have to let the emotions be the one to dictate the actions you take. You are still a conscious being who has a choice in the matter. I've seen hell, and I've seen heaven. While to some the ramblings I say are but of a madman, it means, well, they're right. I'm nothing sane. If I ever deemed myself to be, then I'd be crazy. Regardless, I don't say this out of a sense of narcissism, of being reclaimed and renowned, of knowing everything. No, there's still a lot that I do not know. But one thing that I had learned to do was see different actions and reactions to actions I could have taken, to moments that could have been, if I had played my cards differently. We all have a moment where we can do such a thing too, but it's how you decide to do so. There are so many lives in this world that we live in, but it does not mean you should hesitate or give up. Because yes, while somebody right now in this moment could be happy or could be sad, it doesn't mean to stop. In a nihilistic point of view, none of this matters. In a more optimistic viewpoint, it all matters. Because we are still here in this present world right now. We can define ourselves through actions and consequences that come. But we must be willing to be, to do. There is no harm in trying. There is harm in giving up. And that's something we should not do. Give up, lie down, forget about it all. Because if we do, what is the point? That is where nihilism stands. When you give up. I want you to think about being better, doing better, because I know this world can be better. It just needs the right guidance. So to that, I leave you with this message and this video. And I wish you a good night. I wish you peace, and I wish you tranquility in a time where everybody is conflicted and ignorant.